Hello, hello. I'm Kathy, and this is Yoga and Quilts. This is our new place of business, my sewing studio and my yoga studio. We've moved into our new house here in Eastern Iowa, and I'm so glad to have you here on this live stream. So it's just going to be a quick one here today. My childcare had other plans come up, so Grandpa's just covering down, and just wanted to come on and flow and sew with you. So I am going to work on getting a good angle here, and I'm working on a really great block here by my friend at Patchwork Revival Studios, Emily. And it's a little housewarming gift for myself. It's after the colors of the home. I'll show it to you when I get over there to the sewing desk. So let's see if my camera will, my little tripod will hold my iPad today. Oh, okay. It only wants to hold it in vertical mode. So let's see if I can set you up on something, maybe my ironing board, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Good. Okay, looks like you can see where the business happens. And I'll swing on around here and start sewing with you. This is only the second live stream I've done, and I find them really fun. So we'll just sew together here for a little bit, and then we will do a little bit of a flow. I'm not in the YouTube just yet to take a look at the chat over there, but go ahead and pop your name and where you're joining us from, and if you're working on anything today in the chat. So this is the roof to the house block. It has some gray and black with polka dots. This is my siding. It's a very dark graphite gray and an off-white. And then there's a heart. I love just like a little solid moment to try to, you know, let some of the other fabric and the design really do the talking. And we're going to probably piece those together here on the live stream and do a little bit of borders. And then after that, we'll get started on a little yoga flow. Oh, I found my cell phone, thank goodness. So I can see what everybody is saying in the chat. Okay, here I'm joining with you here. So when we get into our flow, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of restorative, I'm going to want to really understand how you're feeling today, and if there's any kind of movement that you really like in your yoga, so that I can make sure to hit that in the sequence that I build for us. This is Ollie. He is my black cat. He's a few years old and looks like he wants to pop on with us. He's using the top of the machine for itching his little cheek. Okay. So I went to Patchwork Revival Studios website and I downloaded the Home Heart block from the 2023 Sweater Weather Sampler. And I really wanted something to commemorate this forever home that we finally are in. And I think this will do a great job of it. Okay, so it's a really quick pattern because it's the block. She has another pattern on her website that shows how to make an entire quilt if you want to do several of the house blocks. But I'm just doing one because I want to make it a wall hanging. And I'm at the step where I need to construct the cornerstones. So there are little cornerstones that go around the edges, almost like it's like a picture frame. And I have cut out my 2.5-inch squares. beautiful little robin's egg blue with some teal, blue, and white flowers. This is my favorite designer, Amy Sinibaldi. And we're supposed to draw a diagonal line on there and then sew on that. I think my pencil is way over on the other side of the room. So I'll go get that in a minute. But first, maybe I will tack on a strip above the roof because it calls, let's see, I'll just show you the opening picture. It calls for you to do a little chimney, but there's no fireplace in this new construction home. Is really built for a family, and I'm glad that it doesn't have a fireplace because my kids just get into everything, and I don't really see a need for that. So I had just cut out an extra strip of my background fabric, but what I think I actually might do is go straight to the borders. Yeah, yep, I'm gonna go straight to the borders. So she has you putting the thicker borders on the top and bottom. This is from, I think it's the same Amy Sinibaldi collection, but it's so gorgeous. And I'm going to go ahead, construct the center of the block, and then add the borders. Ow, Ollie, no. Anybody else have a pet who's pretty interested in what comes through their sewing machine? I love you. I don't love you in my machine throat. Okay. So believe the heart goes, these are all in the instructions too, but it's so simple. Once you get a little bit along, you can kind of tell which goes with which. Okay, right sides together. If you were making the home heart block, what colors would your home be? Would you make it as a housewarming gift for somebody? Would you do your house and then have it as a little piece of art or a quilt? Let me know. Oh, Andy has a tuxedo helper too. I love it. Yeah, Ollie's only like part tuxedo. He has a little bit right here, and then his paws, he has some little white socks on them. So I call him only kind of fancy. All right. Isn't this just something when this happens? You just have like a little bit of an overhang and you're like, oh, that's more than 1/8 of an inch. That's probably a little bit of a, I don't know if I was doing a scant 1/4 inch seam there or what. So since it won't cut off any of the heart, because the heart has some, it's not border, the word is sashing. It has some sashing around it, so it won't cut off anything. My kids had dumped my pins all over the floor. Apparently they thought the floor needed some pins. They're helping me decorate. I have 2 boys, 3 and 1. The 1-year-old is napping on Grandpa right now. He's been wanting a lot of cuddle naps lately. He's been pretty clingy. I just set my sewing studio up here in the main room for now. We're moving in. You can see some, Dad just delivered my curbside pickup groceries, and then the counter over there on the coffee bar is pretty cluttered. So we are still working on moving in. And I actually this week got word of an opportunity that there is a wellness space opening up, and one of the owners, or the owner, is searching for yoga teachers, as well as a couple other different types of professionals like massage therapists. And I'm gonna have a coffee with her in about a week, and we're gonna see if maybe I can at least get on their sub list, because I can't really commit to having a weekly class or anything, but I love teaching in person. It's so wonderful. You really get to see and hear the feedback of the movements that you teach and how they impacted people. So here we're adding the heart to our siding, and I'm gonna, hopefully this is an accurate 1/4 inch seam. Every time I turn off my machine and then turn it back on, it tends to move the needle back to its like default position, and I have to move it over a little bit. This is the FOF Quilt Ambition, so it should default for a quilter, but I like my needle to just be a little bit over towards the right, and it usually gives me a pretty accurate 1/4 inch seam. Here I'm trimming my thread with just my seam ripper. It's like a nice flat one that Free Spirit sent me for being a top fan a couple months ago. And I like how flat it is. You can just get in there and rip. It's also very sharp. All right, that looks pretty accurate to me. Good, here's the heart with the siding. All right. Oh, I have one little pucker in there. Let me see if that'll rub right out. I think it'll rub right out. I just need to press it and then we'll be ready to attach the roof. I have you sitting on my ironing board here, so you might jiggle just a little bit. Okay. Oh, you're getting a little view of my dining room lighting. I don't know if my iron had defaulted to turn off. Yeah, I think we need to wait for it to heat up just a smidge. So I see we have Andy in the chat. If you're still there, Andy, is there anything I can do in a flow that would help to bring you any kind of relief today? I am on the meditation kind of strength is one of my strengths is to lead some guided meditation, restorative. Do we want to go up and down, or just be in one spot? Let me know. I really love to teach to the room. All right, I'll stand up here. So we'll get into that flow here in 1 second. And then normally I will trim this down because it goes from quite a bit higher to quite a bit lower. I split the difference in, I had about 1/4 to 1/2 inch bigger on the heart than the siding. So this is a really beginner friendly pattern, I will say, because it does allow, in my opinion, for some simple mistakes, and it still won't impact the overall look and feel of it. It's not like a whole bunch of sawtooth stars or anything connected together. Let's move on over to the space where we're going to be moving today. Enjoying some movement together. Okay, I'm going to put you on a little kitchen island chair. Low back and hip release, but up for anything. Thank you, Andy. Andy was so kind as to join my first live that I did. I think that looks pretty good right there. Ollie, don't jump up there and block the camera view. Andy's going to do it. Let's see. Lower back and hips. All right. Let's begin in a seated position. With or without our tuxedo caps. Do you have any furry friends joining us today? Let me know in the comments. Oh, you are spicy today, Ollie. We're beginning just with the legs and a little bit of a butterfly. Feel free to put something underneath your tush to bring it up. All right. Our feet are together, knees out wide. Rocking back and forth to really feel our seat firm on the ground. Inhaling, you get a little bit taller. Exhaling, the shoulders drop just a little bit further away from the ears. Inhaling, the crown of the head goes just a little bit closer to the ceiling. Exhaling, the shoulders and your seat just sink a little bit further lower. Inhaling, arms come out wide, above the head, come into prayer hands above the head, and exhaling, prayer hands to chest. Inhaling, lace those fingers and push them away from your head and arch the back. Inhaling, those fingers and hands come above the head, and exhaling, hands come down and meet the floor. Plant your left hand behind you on the ground, and then your right hand comes to the opposite knee. Think tall on the inhale, and on the exhale, I have to turn to talk to you, but you're going to turn your gaze behind you a little bit. And turn, turn, turn. Exhale finds that twist. Staying right here, inhale, thinks long and tall. Exhale finds just a little bit more of a twist. Release that one. Come back and do some little hip circles right here. Stir the pot, stirring, stirring. A couple more breaths and then we'll reverse those circles. Do you notice your breath getting a little bit more synchronized with your movement? Reverse your circles. On that last circle, come to a neutral position here. We're going to do that same twist stretch on the other side. Ollie, I need my hand. Left hand to the opposite hip, and now plant your right hand behind you. Inhale, thinking tall, crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, finds the twist. Again, inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Good. Release that. Come to the neutral position. Maybe you find some hip circles again. Maybe you find a little bit of stillness too. Finding those deep breaths. When you're ready, come to a tabletop position. That is going to be on hands and knees. You can feel free to grab a quilt or blanket to put under your knees to pad them a little bit. Okay, your knees should be about as wide as your hips, and your hands drop just below your shoulders. Inhale, we're gonna do a cow pose. So your belly comes to the ground and then your gaze goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, cat. And that's gonna be an arching of the back and then the gaze going back between your knees. Again, inhale for cow. Really feel your ribs drop to the ground. Exhale for cat. You may find a little bit of a rocking into the cat. Feels good for you today. Inhale, knees come wide, feet go together, and drop your forehead to the floor, and hands come out wide in front of you for a child's pose. A couple of deep breaths here. Inhale, come up. Find your neutral tabletop, hands and knees. Get a little bit of a rocking going. And then stir the pot right here too, just like we did when we were seated, but you do some hip and total body circles right here. Really allow those hips to come out wide. Reverse your circles. Inhale, plant your hands on the ground and put your toes underneath you. You're gonna come to a down dog. Lift that tush up and gaze goes between your feet. Exhale. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Imagine your heels going all the way to the ground, even if they don't. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward and bend down for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down for forward fold again. Inhale, lift all the way up. Arms come out wide and above the head. Meet at prayer. Come down to the chest. I want to thank you for practicing with me today. It was nice to see everybody. We're going to end the live stream there, and hopefully we get to join you again next week. I want to invite you to a couple other live streams that my friends do every week. Sean, the guy who sews, is on Saturday mornings. And then my friend Lynn is going to be on this evening for her pajama party. And I want to find her. Let me bring you back over here. I have a note as to what her channel name is. She's a new friend, so it's a new live stream for me to check out. Emerald Fall Quilts, 8 p.m. Central tonight. Sean is 7 a.m. Central Saturday mornings, and Amanda on Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Central at Stitching Life Together. And I hope to capture more of my friends in other live streams so that I can make sure to shout out everybody. And True Blue Quilts in the comments also does live streams, so be sure to check her channel out. I want to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.